So everyone knows what TF2 is. If not, then how? TF2 is still massive to this day, and not too long ago, Valve stopped the bot crisis. If you have been living under a rock for the past 18 years and never saw one of the 10 Meet the Team videos, then you should probably click off this video right now because I'm not explaining what TF2 is. Alright, let's begin. So, the introduction. Is maining spy really a living hell? Do I recommend maining spy? And lastly, talking about spy in general. That's what I'm going to tell you in this video. I don't know what else to put in the intro, so let's get started. Me personally, yes it is. I mean spy because I like a challenge, and I want to improve in skill and gaming, which I still suck at because my skill is ass. Always played on mobile back in the day, so I really don't have much experience. Currently I have 118 hours on spy. Not a lot, considering a lot of spy mates have more than 1000 hours in spy alone, which I still need to have 100 hours of every class to see how the classes work. That's what I was at least told by spy main. He was my coach. He trained me how to do Trickstabs, which reminds me about Trickstabs and backstabs. Backstabs are alone or self-explanatory. You walk up behind them and you just right click, then you backstab them. Like I said, pretty self-explanatory. What about backstabs, but better? That's where Trickstabs come in. What are Trickstabs? Well, Trickstabs are loosely defined as any method of getting a backstab that involves mechanical skill. There are tons of Trickstabs, like the most common, the Matador. You trick the enemy to showing the back to you, resulting in a backstab. Or the stair stab. You jump off an elevated surface and you try to get behind them midair and backstab them. Anywho, let's talk about how to counter the sniper. I know one thing about snipers. They only camp in one part of the map. Take Harvest for example. They like to camp in the house in that corner. Why do they like it there? What the fuck? Anyways, countering snipers aren't that difficult. When they don't have the race back at least. Then you have to use... It's quite overpowered. It can kill some lower health classes in a couple of hits. If you know how to aim, of course. Me for example, I can't aim. I'm not used to the gun that much. I don't even use it at all, honestly. Where was I? Alright. If snipers choose to use the huntsman, there's a couple of things that can happen. 1. You can headshot it. 2. You die by the SMG. Or 3. You matador them, which is very helpful if they run straight at you. But most likely, you'll get covered in piss. And die if they have the bushwhacker. Because if someone is covered in their Jarati or from another sniper, they will get crits and insta-kill low classes. Like of course the spy. Well, I improved the spy a lot. In my last 2 videos I got 2 Trickstabs, which I normally don't get on a video, since my FPS drops and it sucks. Anyways, my point is maining spy is hard. Most of the players I encounter have more than 2 brain cells and I die straight away. But I also see a lot of clips of spy, which like 500 hours on spy or more. They trickstab everyone because they see an NG with a gibbous hat, or are stupid enough to run straight towards the spy, which I do as well, which makes me one of the stupid people. Anyways, let's move on the next chapter. Do I recommend maining spy? No, I don't recommend maining spy unless you want a challenge, like me, or just in general, you want to start with an odd class. I also don't recommend maining spy when you first start playing TF2. Like I said before, it's very painful to main spy because of hit rags and high ping and low ping and other stuff like that. Well, I have nothing else to say in this chapter, to be completely honest. Let's just move on. The reason why I made this video is just to complain about spy, to be honest. Yeah. Well, spy is wonky. His mechanics are difficult to understand and too much to learn and explain, of course. Which I won't explain. There are much more better creators explaining spy and other stuff like that. Well, I went off track, alright. You have to learn from your mistakes, know how to trick the enemy and stuff like that. But then pyros come in and they start to set all of their teammates on fire to check for spies, which is annoying considering you want to get a lot of kills. A lot of people don't want to get backstabbed. A lot of them have paranoia, which they check their back constantly and shoot every disguised spy they see, or the teammates in general. Like pyros. Like I said, like pyros. That's called spy checking. Spies need teamwork to trick the enemy. For example, with the pyro. The spy is the bait. The enemy tries to kill the spy, and the pyro comes in to kill the enemy. Or spy himself actually. 2 spies, one as bait, and the other backstab them. The enemy tries to kill the spy, and the other spy backstabs them. Simple communication. Well, my point is, spy is hard to main, and at the end of the day, it's just a video game. You can take it very seriously or not. Switch off spy, play the other classes, and have fun. Once you're a party prepare and kill everyone as spy or any other class, then everyone hates you. Thank you for watching. I wanted to make videos like this for a long time, but I had a lot of clips to edit, that's why I made clip dumps. It's only to 10, but it's enough. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Consider subscribing, you don't have to, but it will make my day a lot better. Play TF2, try other classes, and have a good day. So I forgot to mention, why do sniper mains have good hearing? I swear to God, every sniper main I encounter, I uncloak far away and they still know where I am.